Okay guys, this is part 2. Last part I did the cabochon, the eyes, and a little bit shading and all the inking on this. So I'm going to go ahead and start coloring probably the lower portion down here to start with. And I'll be using the colors yellow orange, and that is 1002, a canary yellow, which is 916, a goldenrod 1034, a little bit of Spanish orange 1003, sienna brown 945, possibly a little mulberry but not sure, 995, mineral orange, I don't know if I already said that, which is 1033, and a little bit of yellow ochre, which is 942. I'm going to leave all these on the side over here, and I will just be picking them up and coloring as we go. And as I said before, I Google a picture of a lion just so I have something to go by. And we will start probably with the yellow canary first and do a little bit down here on his chin. So I'll lower that a little. Now the ink is already in these areas here, so I'll just kind of give it a little highlight with the yellow. The chin and around the mouth here are the lightest colors, usually kind of a creamy color, but I'm going to do it kind of in a yellow. Kind of give this little lion more of a yellow golden color. And a little bit there. And yellow can act as the light cream base. At least in my eyes. Okay, and we'll just add a little over here to this orange that I already have down. And then the puffy cheeks here. So we will add some yellow in these areas here. And probably in these little swirls here also. And then I just gotta remember to go to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, then we'll do one side of these V's. Try to do the same side on this side. Okay, I'm going to leave this kind of area maybe in a cream color that's just right around his mouth, and maybe this little bit, so those 4 pieces, possibly a little here, but I'm going to get these curly cues here in the yellow. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the Spanish orange and kind of give it a little blending. And go on the other side of these. There we go. Going to go in with a little bit darker. Oops, sorry about that. This is mineral orange. And give it a little darker coloring on that side. Okay, a little darker here too. go. And then when we're down here, get a little of that darkness down here too. Okay, on the little swirl, we're gonna go with, I keep hitting the cord, I'm sorry, the yellow ochre. And there we go. Nice look on the mouth. Add a little more coloring down here, just in the shadow area parts. My family is downstairs. If you hear noises, they're watching BattleBots. I'm going to give him a little bit coloring. I need to get out a creamy color that I can use, so we will go with sand. It's a light color. The sand number is 940, and we'll just add this in here in the light areas, and then I'll come in with a darker color and shade it. And give him his light mouth there. So we will shade it with, let's see, the goldenrod will be in the dark spots. So anywhere it's dark gray is where I'm going to add the goldenrod. Okay, so I'm just adding the goldenrod and all the dark areas here. Kind of shadowing the inner lip that he has. Give him some personality. Same down here on the bottom. And all the dark areas. Loud car outside. And there. I'll add a little white in here later. Now the nosy is going to be a little light just on the tip up here. So I'll give him the same, the dark, and then back with the sand across here. Blend those colors down. And then right in here, just go with the sand and then darken it. And that's basically the lightness around his face, and then the rest of it goes into darker colors. So we will start off with I'm going to go with the sienna brown, and I'm going to start on this side here, and we're just going to get some darkness laying down around the eye. I'm just kind of going around where it's already shaded a little bit and darkening those lines up with the brown, and I'll come back in with an orangey color on the face, and then coming down here. And these are like little triangles. Each one of them is a line though. Okay, then we're going to add in a little Spanish orange. Kind of blending the brown. Let them down. And a little white around his face. So we can either go with the sand again, but I don't think I wanted that color, so I'm going to go ahead in with the yellow and just brighten it up a little. Kind of blend all those colors together. Like that. Then there's one little spot in here, a little darker. And there we go on that side. Here we'll just bring up a little of that. And a little orange on this side, and then I'll go in the center with the yellow. There. I might go back over some of these details with a black pen or a very dark brown, dark umber probably, if not black, just to define these lines a little more. And we're going to give him a bit of a lighter color coming up here on his nosy. Whoops. Let's sharpen that pencil again. Okay. So I'm just going to add some color in there, more over here. There are some little gems in here, so I gotta leave those kind of alone, and I'll add a little color just on this side. And then we'll go in with the orange, or sorry, the yellow, and just blend that down a little. Look at these little curlies. There. Okay, so that looks good, and then there seems to be little gems in here too, and then I'm just gonna go over those with the white Posca now. But we have to finish this side, kind of yellow all the way down to see, and under here. So on this side, I'm just going to be coloring basically the opposite way I colored the other side. Go all the way up on that. And then like that. Then we will go back in with the brown and do the dark spots. You can probably tell why I don't do those mandalas or butterflies very often. Down, then that's the inside of the curl. My brain's not wired this way, I don't think. 2 isn't too bad if I do one side on one side. But when it gets to doing the 2, like on a butterfly, the wings on the top, the wings on the bottom are 2 sets of 2, but they have to kind of blend and look copacetic, and my problem is my brain goes too mathematical where it has to be perfect, and it's a drawing. I have to remind myself that the person who drew the picture didn't necessarily make it mathematically correct, because, you know, drawing, it's not a computer bit. I'm trying to say is they didn't do this half and then make a photocopy and do the other half. They might have. I have my noticing of it is usually they have got some dissimilarity on one side than the other side. This pencil does not like me. Okay. This one is the yellow to orange. Anyway, I talked to my daughter about it and said, how come I always have the problems with the butterflies? And that's kind of what we came up with, is I just can't. It's hard for me to do, I should say that. I do it, but it's not as relaxing. Okay. And we're looking pretty good on that part. We're going to take a little this brighter. Add it here. And a little yellow there too. There we go. All right, we're going to work here on our little cheekies. And I think I want them a little darker than the other side. So I'm going to do them in the brown. A little mineral orange. And then the yellow orange. And then the yellow. There. And that's looking good. And then we're going to move up here to this area before I do his mane. So we're going to start with a little bit of the darker area down here, brighten it up. So we'll put some of the yellow in here. And there's a little brightness here. Okay, and then as I'm looking at this, I'm debating whether I should make these a kind of a metal, more metal color than skin color. Just because it looks more like it's a metal piece on his forehead, like a crown. So we'll go with a little yellow up here by his eyes. And the swirl up here. Maybe right in here. Like that, and then we will add an orange at the base and give it a little shading. Sorry, I'm concentrating to make sure I get all the parts shaded the same. And in the same areas. Okay. Okay, we're going to put a little more of the yellow orange in here. Then I will darken it up with the brown. Okay. Let's go in with the dark umber here. Just touch up these areas a little more dark. Okay, then we will add in just a straight up orange. Kind of rub it on the colors that I just laid down to blend them in. And straight up the middle. I'm double checking the camera to see if there's spots that need to be colored. Okay, I'm going to put a little of this down here too. All right, then we will add in I'm not sure what color here. Go with my yellow and add in some light down here. And put some here. button here that just is not getting covered. There we go. Okay. And I will get the top portion here done, and then I will start a part 3. It's getting kind of late here. So this is the Spanish orange. I'm going to go up this way. Okay, we'll get the yellow orange. Then go with the brown. Okay, and then back with the yellow. And put the brown in here. And then we have most of the side done. Just gonna go back and forth with the orange, yellow, and browns up here. Okay. And you kind of have the gist of what I'm doing. And what I'll do is go ahead and stop it here. And you take a look at him. And then the next video I will do all the rest of the mane at the other side of the head and do any like I had done down here with the darker pencil to give it some depth down there. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in part 3.